Keep your head up, you'll be okay. A beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. Good times, sunshine, gonna be here in no time now. Bad times, gray skies, push them all away, turn them upside down. You're gonna break new ground, turn everything around. You're gonna live your life. There's a beautiful day headed your way. Keep your head up, you'll be okay. Beautiful day waiting for you. Just open your eyes, you'll see it's true. A beautiful day.
Hello, welcome back to the Booga Box live stream. It is Monday, Medium Project Monday. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Excuse me. Getting everything set there. I believe everything's ready to go. We're hoping anyway. Everything looks like it's streaming. So we're good to go, I believe. We're going to work on the tic-tac-toe board tonight. I've still got the 2 lines to do. I about finished it up. I was like, no, I need to hold off on till the stream. We'll work on it during the stream, so let me get ahead and get my the camera lined up here, and we'll go ahead and get started working on it. Well, like I said, I hope everybody had a good weekend. I do want to thank everybody that joins us live or watches us later. I do appreciate it. You can still give the likes and shares at another point. You don't have to be watching it live to do so. So don't forget to give out the likes, shares, thumbs up, all that good stuff. I want to thank everybody for their orders. Definitely keeping me busy, so that's good. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was actually pretty decent most of the weekend. Not warm, not cold. A little wet still from all the rain we keep getting, but overall not bad. I spent most of my weekend working on graphics. I've got my own video intros and stuff like that for the band DVDs. I've got still working on the DVD covers themselves, but I got the DVDs pretty much worked up. I'm still playing with the symphonic season, concert season disc cover. Since we're not including the Chicago trip on the DVDs, I kind of have to think of something else that I planned on having something Chicago related to put onto the cover of the DVD for that one. So I've got a generic one. It's okay, but it's like, man, I like to kind of theme it a little bit, and so I'm not sure if I'm final with it yet or not. I'm going to play a little bit more tonight with it and figure out what I might want to do. But I'll probably get a good bunch. I was hoping to print them up this weekend, but I'm probably going to end up doing some printing tomorrow while I'm doing some laser work. So took longer than I thought. I was also working on some other graphics. And with the orders, you know, if I got a graphic to make for an order, I've got to work on it. So and then, like I said, still trying all the new stuff. But we'll have to get into another medium project here soon. Like I said, this will be done by next Monday. We're going to get almost all of it done tonight for the most part. I have 3 more pieces that I need to make. Here's my pieces. But 2 will get me by. That'll give me 9 pieces, and I need 9 pieces to play. So I planned on doing 10, but when I was going through my rubber rings that I'd mixed up, and I had 16 gauge and 18 gauge mixed together. So I did get them separated, and I'm just short. of making 3 more. So I'm going to have to make another order and add some more of those rings in, and I'll eventually add the 10th piece. But we'll go ahead and get it to 9 pieces, enough to play. And then, like I said, after I get this board done, I need to decide how I'm going to carry it and whatnot. I've got a few ideas I want to try. Different ways of stringing it up, maybe like it is, and make it enclosed into a bag. It might not be as tight as a normal bag, but if it closes up decent enough to hold the pieces in, I might go with it. Thought about turning the board in itself into a bag, but it's going to be a huge bag for just a little bit of the amount of pieces we've got. And so then I thought, well, I could just make another bag that it all fits in, because this will fold up pretty small. So it wouldn't have to be a big bag, and then enough to hold the pieces. And so that's another option I've got going. I haven't decided yet. I'd like this to be able to, if I can tie up the edges and make it close up, would be ideal, I think. I'm also worried that the strings might be too long once it's pulled tight, but we'll have to see. That's something I'm going to have to play with, like I said. I'm thinking about, basically where all my lines are. Each side here. Put one extra ring out here on the corners and on each one of those lines. And see if I can string it through where it's open. The string, the faux leather cord is pulled taut-ish, where there's no extra, and then where you can just kind of fold it over, grab them, pull them, and it'll just pull it all up around that. That's what I'm hoping, but like I said, I'm going to play with that and see if that'll work or not. I was going to do it, that's why I wanted to finish this up, so I could start playing with that over the weekend. Really wouldn't have had time anyway to test it and work it out, but so I'm kind of glad in a way, because then I've got to plan on what's our next small project or medium project night. We might do a jelly cube for a week or two as I decide and see if I need pieces. Get some more rings for a certain thing that I want to try next. So I'll be putting in a pretty hefty ring order here probably pretty soon. I need to inventory what I currently got, but I know I've run across, I got a note written down somewhere. I've got probably about 15 different sizes and colors that I need to get, that I'm either low or out of, and just, all kinds of different sizes. What was I working with? The 5/32. I was doing some up to the Turkish round mail, and that's what I like for the small version. I've been using it, and I just I didn't realize that, you use a lot of rings to make that bracelet anyway, but didn't realize I was so low on a lot of those. I normally use them as a lot for connectors if I'm doing a Japanese weave. So there's that. But then I got a few ideas I want to do on a Monday night, but we're gonna kind of see what happens. Something I want to play with, something I really want to try, and I want to kind of do it on the stream, but not really, because I have no idea if it's going to work or not. It might be a lot of trying and taking it apart, which, I don't know, might be kind of neat, I guess, if, you're watching a lot of the stream. Kind of depends on how I feel, what I'm going to do. But I know I'm going to give the jelly cube at least probably a week, maybe 2, just to get up. I'm at 9x9, almost 10x10, I believe. So I'd like to get it up to at least a 10x10 here pretty quickly. Though each side now is taking well over an hour. Maybe even closing in on the hour and a half, maybe closer to hour 45. I haven't really timed it here the last several layers. I've just been doing them. And with the weekend doing all the graphics work, got nothing done on the Chiefs end zone inlay, which again sucks. Thing is taking so much longer than I originally planned. Man, like I said, if it was in order, it would have been done a lot quicker, a lot sooner, all that. But since for the stream, and I ended up, you know, I thought Thursday, I was like, I'll be able to leave it out Friday because I was doing laser work Friday. No, I got into laser work. I was about 2 hours in. I was like, man, I need some more space. So up it went. I had to roll it up, move it out of the way. And it hasn't seen the light since. Alright, one more row. Where are we at? That only took 10 minutes? Yeah. It's like, I think these rows are only taking me about 10 minutes, so. This will be the last one. I probably need to count it. I have no idea how many I actually have wide and tall anymore. Just kind of went with it to what felt right, what looked good. And like I said, if you got any ideas for my laser etched stuff, let me know. Graphics I can put on them, ideas, thoughts you'd like to see, something you might want to have, just don't know what it looked like. If it's something I think will be a selling type thing, I don't mind doing some up and having some pre-made. And on those, I think I've decided, I thought about, okay, I could sell a couple. I could do them, you know, do a 1-pack, a 2-pack, a 4-pack, an 8-pack, a 10-pack, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's just going to get a little crazy doing that. It's like, I think I've decided I'm going to stick with just 10-pack, but unlike most places where you buy a 10-pack of scales that are etched or whatever, you buy them either in a pre-sorted colors they give you, and all 10 are etched the same. I think I'm going to be able to let y'all break it up. You can buy a 10-pack and you can pick the color scale you want with the design on each color. It'll be a little bit more of a headache, I think, trying to set it up. Where you can buy it on the website. That's what I've been kind of playing with too. I've been spending about an hour a day on website stuff trying to figure out how I want to list the scales. And so many different options I want to do that can be done. I mean, some people might like to buy a set, but maybe they want, you know, I think that was one of the things when I started as a business years ago now. Buying the scales was like, man, I don't need 10. I just want to, you know, a set of earrings that have this on it and that have that on it. Instead, I had to buy, you know, 4 or 5 different sets that had different colors and all that. So I was like, I'd like it just to be optional. Let you be able to choose what you want. You know, you buy a 10-pack. What do you want on the 10? Pick the colors. Pick what graphics you want on, which colors, and there's your 10. I need to, I'm hoping, I have been in the past, I could send up to 10 scales up to large through regular postal first class envelope mail. You know, it's not the greatest, but it's cheap. If you got more than 10, I normally like to at least go first class package mail. You know, that normally runs around $4 or anything larger, I normally end up going with express. It depends on where you live, and you know, I put it into one of the shipping programs, and it shows me the best price for where it's going. And I've used different carriers depending on where it's going and everything. So, best way to do any of that though is just to contact me, send me a message. We can talk through Facebook or email and get what you want, and then I can set up different ways of payment, and you can send it to me just mail. I know there's longer process, you know, doing all that, but or you know, PayPal, different ways of payments, and get it set up with an invoice and get it going for you. I've had several dog bones and paw print tags. I've been selling some of the extra large in those. I think people want to make them into necklaces. Gonna actually probably do a run of those tomorrow again, since I'm down to, I think, 2. And that's the other thing I need to order is get some more tags in, because I'm using them up a lot quicker than I normally do. I mean, I do make a lot of scale stuff at times, but laser etching them up and having some pre-ready to go. Then I want to make sure I've got enough stock for a custom order or whatnot, so. And I know I've been out of a few colors for a little while because they were out of stock, my supplier. That's always the big thing, is what they have in stock, and sometimes you have to plan for the future. You know, eventually when they run out, it'll be 3 or 4 months before they'll get it back in, on average. Depending on how good they've gauged what they think they're going to sell and what they're prepared for. They always have big sales when new colors come out from anybody. Be it TRL or Hyperlinks or what's Wally's place called? Dang it. Everybody likes the new stuff, new color, a new thing to play with. Those are always harder to get at first. But I'm glad they stuck around with some of the colors that some of the people still have, so. Dark Rose, I was hoping was going to stick around because I just normally call it pink. Even though they call it Dark Rose, it's more of a pink. I'd like to get a hot pink like, so We Got Mail. I think it's got a nice hot pink that I like. What TRL calls pink now, compared to everything else that's in the pink realm, it's more like a light pink. It works good though. I like using the light pink, and the sky blue. Make for a nice little like Easter flow. I finished up, well, I guess I have a few more paw prints to make for that. I've got a Easter style paw print, pink and sky blue bracelet, and finished it. I about got it done, but then I started getting into those Turkish round mail, and I've been playing with those whenever I got a shot. I've got 4 done now, and I'm going to work on another one. I'm going to try to make it a stretchy version. I haven't looked to see if anybody's tried to do a stretchy version of Turkish round mail. I keep looking at it when I'm worked on the other, and I'm like, it should be possible. It's going to be a little tricky in one little spot, but I'm just going to have to give it a try. Alrighty, so there, our board is done. There's our board. Pretty even all the way around, looks like. It gave me 3 rows on top and bottom, 3 rows on the side. Seems to fit the pieces pretty decently. You can't let anybody win. So I got, I was like, man, I know I only got 2 more pieces to do. What's up? To at least give me to my 9. So that's what we're going to work on next. And like I said, I'm hoping I put some extra rings out here. I might make them silver, I might make them blue. I don't know. I just didn't want to take away from the board. That's why I was like, if it's its own bag, it's just going to be laying on top of each other. It would be fine. I just wanted to, I didn't want to. I could make little triangles coming off of it, which would help it close up into a bag better. But, I don't want to take away from the squareness of the board. So, if I put, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 rings, I might double them up, so it might be more ring, but 12 points of contact, and then run a cord through it. And I'm thinking on the side, run a cord, and it comes up into one of the little claspy things you put on a bag. I forget what they call those little lock nut things. And then just have it, go around one side up to this side and around over to this side, and then just fold it in half, put your pieces in the middle, fold it in half, grab the cords and pull it, and I'm hoping it'll just kind of pull all this up and hold it good enough. But like I said, I'm not sure if it'll work or not. Something I gotta play with. We'll have to see. Like I said, if not, it folds up nice and neat enough that I can make a small bag that it could just fit in, because it wouldn't need to be very big to fit this into pieces. And then I'd probably do that out of like 5/16 or something, just a quick, easy bag that these can all just go in. Be the next step. So, alright, let's go ahead and, because this is the strip I was working for in the back, and I decided to stop, because I was like, that's just going to be a huge bag, man. So, I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. Might end up taking it apart, and I might just end up making another cuff. Full metal cuff instead of a stretchy one. I actually don't have but a few in stock anyway, so. Alrighty, so. We'll just move that there. Get out our rings. Where are we at anyway? Yeah, we're only 20 minutes in, so we should be able to at least get one of these done. Into the 3/4 Persian. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and pre-open it about 4. Gets me a good start where then everything's kind of being held together. And like I said, I don't use any ties or anything for it. It does make it a little tougher. And hopefully, I do find myself with this ring size coming in closer to myself to see it at times, so you'll have to bear with me if my hands leave the main screen and you'll see them pop over into the other one. Alright, so I just split them, grab it, go over the top. If there was a second ring there, go in between them. If I was doing full Persian, grab the 2 I'm holding, pull this one down and slide it back over the top. And there we go. Like I said, same thing. I should have pulled out some things so I could have showed it how I normally do full Persian. The same thing, but when you go through, instead of being on this side of the ring like I was, I'd go between the 2 that are there and come back out of it and then down and scoop up the bottom 2 I'm holding. Alrighty. And then it's the top ring. If I'm holding it this way, this one, loose one up here, doesn't matter where it's at. This one, I want to make sure I get on the outside over here of the rubber ring before it, so that I can more easily, let's see, just grab that hand, grab it through, and grab those 2. Like I said, it's a little tougher with this ring size that I'm using for this, but I think I like it in a way a bit better. If I'm going to make it be like a capture, like we're kind of doing, we're kind of capturing the tag. Kind of like it a little bit better, it'll be a little tighter. Like I said, a little more difficult to work with, but I think I'm digging them more than the ones that I put on the checkerboards. Which are still good, don't get me wrong. Still happy with them, but I think doing it this way would make it a little bit, just a little bit better. But that's learn as you go, improve the process. With about anything you do, you should try to improve upon it and get better with it. Here, just grab you, and then the top 2. Pulling it in, slide it over the top. So let's see, what is today? Monday. Got a concert Friday, contest concert. It's just right down the street here at the high school, so I don't have to go as far, but And it's not a whole concert. You know, it'll still be, you know, about an hour and a half by the time I'm done with everything to get there, prepare, do it, get back. But, I mean, they'll only be on stage for, I think they're 2 pieces. They're about 15 minutes long, 12 to 15 minutes long. So, it'll be a fairly quick and simple-ish thing to do. There'll be a lot of people there, though. Normally, you know, parking lot stuffed because there's a new band going up on stage every 20 minutes, I think it is. And they start at like 3 in the afternoon until like 9 at night. So there's a lot of bands. Sometimes I'd like to hang out and listen to other bands and stuff, but I've got too much going on right now, so I'm just going to get there and get the band I need to get videoed. And I didn't count out my rings. I need to do that, or I'll do what I've done before and go too far. Alright, get back in there, roll. Alright, how many we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Alright. Get those others up out of the way. Now I know where I can stop. Like I said, I've done that before where I forgot to count and ended up going, I think the largest I've ever gone is like 7 rings too big. Where I had to cut it down and pull out all the other parts. Most of the time it's about 2 or 3 when I'm like, hey, I should check this. And I thought I could probably just go ahead and do the 10th one out of the smaller ones, but change the ring count and they'll be noticeable, I think. So I'm like, well, I'm going to be doing another ring order here soon enough anyway, so we'll just add it on to that. I'm going to need them anyway, so it's just easier to grab with the pliers. And you have to force it sometimes. That's what's nice about the rubber rings. You can kind of manipulate them around and most of the time get them to do what you want them to do. I would almost say all the time, but sometimes they need a little coaching. See, those two went on nice and easy. Other times, I gotta kind of really give them a little bit of a stretch to pop into place. But so yeah, what's going on tomorrow? Could never find anybody with a truck that would come help us get these tables I was wanting to get. They still have some. I'd love to get them still. I think that would improve the flow down here. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm almost half tempted to just go rent a U-Haul for, you know, you gotta rent it for the day, but you know, $30 for the day. It's like, well, be cheaper than probably finding somebody to. There are some moving places out there I kind of looked at that would go pick it up and bring it to you and blah blah blah, but prices are a little crazy for that. If tables were a little cheaper, I'd probably be worth it. And, you know, it's much harder to do without the pliers on there. But it is what it is. If I don't get them, that's alright. Like I said, it'd be kind of the same setup, just everything would be more level. Actually end up with about probably 6, I guess it'd be 18 square feet more of table space and the same amount of foot space, floor space that I'm using now. Actually, I think just a little bit less, so it'd be nice, but I think the wife had something going on tomorrow. Then seemed like there's some other stuff. Oh, son's got a doctor appointment tomorrow for his kidney doctor people. I think they had to change up some of his meds. His blood work was getting a little out of whack, I believe. Not bad, nothing threatening, but something to be concerned and watch over. Concert Friday. Oh, I could have swore there was something else going on. Oh, well, not anything related to what's going on the rest of this week, but if you noticed in the one screen, I was wearing a different hat than I've worn ever on the stream. I've only worn 2 different hats on the stream, maybe 3. I don't know. But I'm going to try to have a different hat on every Monday and Wednesdays. And see how many days we can go through with different hats. Now, some might be stupid, silly hats. I've got some stupid, silly hats. But I've got, I'm hoping I can find my box of older hats, because I've kept some of my other ones. Because there have been some hats that I got that I never really wore. They were more just for show. Like I said, I'm just kind of a hat guy. So I'm going to try to wear a different hat and see how many weeks we can go in a different hat on Tuesdays and or Mondays and Thursdays, or Mondays and Wednesdays. Jeez, get my days correct. I would go Thursdays, but like if you watch on a Thursday, we normally only use the one camera because I'm doing a time lapse, so I don't show myself on Thursday nights. And I thought about changing that up with an X-Pin lay, but every time the more I think about it, it's like, no, because I'll regret not having the time lapse. I want to try to do something different with the time lapse on the next piece, but I still want to do some type of time lapse on it. So it's like, yeah, we'll just have to go with the one camera there. Oh, fingers get tired doing the little ones like that. Where are we at? Oh yeah, we're only 32 minutes in. Sweet. Getting more done than I thought I would tonight. I was kind of worried that at first I was like, and I might run into that problem, get done too soon. I think if we go just a little over an hour, we might be able to get the second one in. The second, oh, come on, ring. Pop on back through there. Rubber one pulled too tight on me. Couldn't fit it through. But, you know, we don't have a whole lot to do to finish this one up. We'll definitely get it done, and probably a good chunk of the second one before we end. If it doesn't get done, we'll see how it goes, like I said. Yeah, I don't have any other laser stuff, though. I'm going to offer dog tags in 2 different forms now. I'm going to have regular dog tags that I currently use that are stamped, so their edges are silver. And I'm also going to have premium dog tags, a little different size, slightly different shape, but they're anodized all the way around, and slightly different and shinier colors per se. I don't want to say they're super shiny, but they're definitely a little bit shinier than what I currently have, that I consider more, I forgot to put rings on, more of a matte color. So something I still need to, I'm trying to figure out what kind of designs I want to put on them to show them off, but that's something else we're adding. Got a lot of stuff I need to get added to the website, really. You know, a ton of stuff that I haven't added. I haven't actually put anything up. Well, I put up a handful of stuff, I guess, back in early fall, I guess, is when I did some of that. But I need to get in there and get some more done. Like I said, I've been slowly playing around with it, because to do any of these with all the different options that I have when it comes to especially the scales, I've got to oops, let's get this ring pulled in the back. I gotta get all the subsettings set up, which is colors, sizes, and all that stuff. And Once all that's done, it's fairly easy after that point to actually get the page up with the item. It's just getting all those little things put in, because when you go to set it up, then you have, that's where you put in all the options, and now your options are already all made, which is nice at that point, but you have all that setup time beforehand. It's just a pain in the butt. I'm kind of half tempted on looking on a different platform to use. I just hate to do so. Kind of gotten used to what I'm using, and sometimes when I've changed over, well, I've changed overall packages twice, but I've updated 3 different times. And when I went from package to package, I could not bring over customer base, which sucked. When I did a major update to the current one, it did not quite pull all the customer base over properly, and that kind of ticked me off, but it is what it is. And so that's why I've been afraid to do it again. But I mean, I've been using the same platform now for probably a good 5 years, with a major update in about 2 years ago, where I had a lot of things that just went crazy on me, and it took me forever to get things going again correctly, and I forgot rings again. So, do I want to make another jump, go to a different one, something that might be a little easier to use? I'm going to probably set up a couple beta test sites to set up these other platforms and just give them a quick try and see if anybody's improved, see if I want to move anything over. I mean, I don't have a huge customer base per se. I'd say I'm probably about 50-50 on my actual customer base between my website and just PayPal invoicing. Like I said, I get a lot of people through Facebook that see something, they're like, hey, can we do this, blah blah blah. Yeah, no problem, I'll set you up a PayPal invoice, send it off. So about half my customer base is through PayPal. Some have still gone and set up accounts through the website, which is great, but like I said, it's not needed. If you got something you want and you just want to contact me through Facebook, we can work out some way of getting it to you. The website I like, but it is limiting to a degree. There are some things that it's more that I'm not a web guy. I do a lot of web work and have done that, but it's all self-taught, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I've wrote my own code and learned how to do what I need to do when I need to do it, but that's why, it's nice when you're a big old giant company and you have people that you hire that do all that stuff. It'd be kind of nice. Then you don't have to worry about it. Because like I said, if I had just new stuff saying, all right, here's new stuff, here's a guy that took pictures, here's the pictures, we'll go at it. No, it's always, okay, took me an extra week to get to my pictures. It'll take me 3 months to finally get them uploaded to Facebook. Another year they'll be on the website. Like I said, I've got so many one-off things that I show at shows. I don't have. I actually need to get pictures of some of it. Still, because I didn't, I just make them and don't think about necessarily taking pictures all the time. When I'm doing a group of stuff and something new, especially, I try to. But if it's a one-off thing, I don't know if it's going to work. I just play with it till I get to a point. It's like, okay, well, I'm done. I like it. Okay, we're good. Move on. Next project. So I don't necessarily think about it. Alright, so now the toughie. It's that ring that's got to connect to those two. Where's my pointer stick? Alright, and this one's got to go on the outside. You got to be under. So over, tuck in. That's what makes it nice about these rubber rings, though. This is where I can manipulate them and get them to move where I want them to. Let's see here. It's under. Oh, and then I gotta come back over this way. That's right. Yeah, this is definitely not in camera. I definitely don't know if I could do this in camera very easily. It's a lot of manipulating of rings here. Oh, almost had it. Because once I grab that one, come on. Alright, push that through a little bit. Now it's time to manipulate some rings, as my rubber rings are wanting to lay on the wrong side. And they'll be fine once you get them onto the proper side. You get them ones in between and they get spread out. And then it's that ring here that I need to open up and pull through. Let's find the closure. And I thought I almost went the wrong way for half a second. Alright, so I'll probably have to come back out of camera view again. Like I said, when it's so tight and small like this, I normally like to be able to see what I'm doing. Yeah, I didn't get it. Oh, now the pliers. Should have done that to begin with. Alright. So, I'm just going to come pull them out off the top. Alright. Then it's easier to manipulate it through. Following my little stick that I put through. Hold on here. What is wrong there? No, I think it's just the way the ring is still held right now. It looks off, but I think it's, like I said, I think it's just the way everything is till I get it through there and pull that out. I think that's when it'll straighten up. On through. There we go. That one's always a pain. But a lot of final rings are. How many projects have you ever worked on where that last step to finalize everything up? Alrighty. So there that one is. Well, where are we at? 42. So that took us about 20 minutes. About average. Go ahead and start working it on. Like I said, they take a little bit more work to get on than the other ones, but I think they feel more snug and secure once you kind of get it all pushed together tight. Oh, come here. Flippy, 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 flippy. So, add to the group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8. Alright, on to the next one. Make sure I count up my rings first this time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Okay, that worked out pretty good there. And I think I'm going to use up most of these. I think I'm short like 30-ish rubber rings. I think is what I'm short by. I think it was 46 rubber rings, 23 metal rings per each capture. And I think I only had like 10, 12 extra maybe, so I might need a little more. Alrighty, on to the next one go. So like I said, this will give us at least enough to be playable. And I'll order the others, and I can get pictures of it and all that while I'm waiting on all this other stuff to get here. So grab these with this, and I need to figure out total time. I know I've got a basic time going for the board. I know how long each piece of these are taking, so I'll be able to get a good time on it. And under grab, pull down, up and over. I like to talk to myself. It's kind of like tying your shoe when you're younger. I still say the same things when I'm tying my shoe. It's kind of weird. Turn around. Yeah, I've been saying it since I was 2, whatever. Or however old I was when I started learning how to tie a shoe. I can't remember. I do not remember. Been too many moons ago. And it was like, Saturday night. We had one of the grandkids come over and stay, Bubby, Lauren. He's a crazy one. They're all crazy, but we can't handle them all at once, though. 4 grandkids by ourselves. Too much. Love them to death. Too much at this age, anyway. Let them get a little bit older. I think then we'll be okay. I think it's just they range from 7 to 9 months. Somewhere in there. Well, I know Wyatt, he just had his birthday. I gave him a shout out a week ago. His birthday, he just turned 7. And then the baby's still not a year old yet, so. But yeah, that's too much to handle, especially when my youngest got out of diapers. That was the end of my diaper era. So we have grandkids over, they're in diapers. That's somebody else's job. It ain't mine. I did my last diaper changing. The only other diaper that'll need to be changed will be mine. That I might have to change myself. But yeah. No more diaper changing for me. I made that decree years ago. And 4, I mean, I had 3 kids, but they were a little more spaced out. I mean, 3, we had 1, 2 years later, had the second one, then it was 6 years later, we had the third one. So, I mean, my daughter, my oldest, she's on 4 in the span of 7 years. So, we had 3 and 6, but all hers are fairly a lot closer in age together. I guess, there was what would have been the difference? 6 years difference between our oldest and youngest, so I guess it's not too much. I don't know. I know when school was in, that's what's going to be crazy for grandkids, boy. They're going to be, all the school stuff for 4 of them going at once is going to be insane. Because I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I going to still do video for my grandkids? And it's like, well, kind of want to. But there's a lot of work in that. So I'm getting older and don't know how much longer I'll be doing it myself for the bands. I know at minimum I'll do next year because I'll let them know well beforehand. I would have already said if this was my last year, I would have had something probably back before the end of the year of last year. So if I decide that it is going to be my last year, I'll probably let them know by December of that year. So I know I will be at least doing next year. After that, though, I am kind of debating. Like I said, I enjoy it. I have fun. It is a chore. It is work that I don't necessarily mind doing, but with the business kind of picking up and everything, it's like Well, I am getting older. I need to kind of start. Should have thought about that years ago about planning for my future. But, you know. Oh, come on out there. That one won't tuck back around. Get on there, dang it. Oh, I see why. I got the ring pulled up the wrong way. There it goes. I didn't slide my metal one back. Previous metal ring. If I don't do that, it kind of pulls the rubber rings to the back side, and it's hard to get that ring through. Where are we at here? 50 minutes. Well, I do need to end an hour tonight because I did let the marble kitty out roaming, and I was like, well, let her out at 7. She can get till 8:30 to have her hour of roaming time. Feel sorry for her. Wish she could roam more, but she wants to go outside, and it's like, no, I already said you're not going back out. And then the other cats, they just, for some reason, it's so weird. I mean, we had cats that didn't like each other, but they just left each other alone. But the other two females will hunt her down. She'll try to hide, and they'll just go chase her down still. It's like, man, what is the deal between you guys? They grew up. I mean, well, Marble was already older, but they were around growing up with Marble, no problem. And it was just like one day, one turned on her, then the other one turned on her within the week, and they're just always kind of not liked each other since. Marble could care less. She would be fine as long as they didn't attack her. That's one of the other problems why I don't like Marble going outside, because she's too friendly. And, you know, most of the raccoons and possums around here, the cats have gone up around. They don't fight with all of them. They just kind of walk by each other and say, hey, how's it going? But Marble sometimes is too inquisitive. Pull that on the back there. I'm going to have that same problem we just had. Oh. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get her put back up. Let the other ones back out. Doesn't help matters. Everybody, I think, is finally realizing Sugar Baby is no longer here. It's been, you know, a little over a week now, but I think the cats are starting to realize that she was kind of the patriarch, per se. I mean, nobody messed with her, even though they could have easily shown her who was boss, because last several years she'd gotten so old. She'd still throw up her, you know, rounds and do her little thing, but it put the other cats in their places, and now that one's not there. You don't have that patriarch of the cats anymore. None of them really deserve. Marble deserves it, but the other two won't respect Marble enough for that to happen, so. And like I said, Marble just drives me nuts. She's crazy. She goes on outside, and she'll take on these big-ass dogs, come roaming in the yard. We had this one that, I saw, you know, he was more than waist-high, body-wise. His head would be even higher. Huge dog. He jumped over the fence from the neighbors here. Huge-ass dog. Scares the shit out of me, dog. Very nice and proper, but he kind of lost it, and was attacking the owner there. It's been a little while since that's happened, but big ass dog comes over here, and she's out there just throwing up a fit, throwing up a storm. Look at me, I'm big and bad, and kind of doing what a cat does when they want to scare something off, and kind of pushing and chasing after the dog a little bit. But then with the other two cats just kind of look at her funny, and she runs off and hides. It's like, you make no sense, cat. You put up a fight with the other outdoor cats. Never really got into a major one, but she'd be out there hissing and start chasing them off. They'd hear me coming too, so that would make them run off. But I will say I do enjoy having her with me every night. It's kind of nice. She's getting a ton more loving from me since she's in the bedroom at night. And I hate seeing her trapped just in the little bedroom and like her to be able to roam the house. So, like I said, she gets a little roaming every day. I try to give her a minimum of 2 times a day for an hour and a half. I try to do 3 times a day at an hour and a half each time, just so that she normally will go around, do some things for the first half an hour, and maybe grab something to munch on, and then the last half hour she normally has found some place to just kind of hang out, either on the couch or on the cat tree, and just kind of hang out and wait. It's like by that time, okay, you're ready to kind of go back in the bedroom. Because the son hates it, because his cat hates being in his room. She gets put up in his room. She just sits there and howls. He ends up going in and watching TV with the wife in the living room. I can't take her anymore. So that's for such a little bit of the time, and Marvel's got to live with that all the time. Take your medicine, cat. I love that cat too, but I will admit our cats are spoiled. Always have been. Any animal we've had's pretty much been spoiled. What in the world? Okie dokie. Thought that sounded weird. I haven't done that. I don't know if it was the ring or did I pinch it. But yeah, I broke her ring. I heard a weird snap. It was like a click of closing a ring, but I was like, that was just a very odd. I've never snapped one like that before. I pinched a few where they kind of got minorly cut, and I ended up breaking them by popping and just pulling them out, going, I see the cut, and just pulling it, and it didn't sound like that, but it was definitely weird. Well, I need pliers in my hand first. Alright. Now we're about done with this little group. 6 more to go. We'll call it 6 easy ones, and then a retread of a... Come on down there. And then we open up that one ring, and it's always the longer taking of them all, fitting it through its openings. Probably gonna try it without the poker stick through this next one though. Sometimes I think that one would have been easier without the poker stick, but then there's other times where it would have been easier with it. I've had it happen both ways at various times. Same things every time. It just kind of depends on how everything's pulling, how everything is stretching, how everything is feeling, I think, sometimes. So... I never even checked my internet tonight. Oh, we're at 0.2%. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. I just kept looking about what time we were. It was looking good, so that's good. Been having a good couple weeks of internet, so that's nice. Had to find that wood again. My little wood has come in handy up there. I'm glad I have wood. Okay, that just sounds bad. Like I said, here I guess we'll finish up both these. So the only thing I really have left to pretty much do is figure out how I want to have it carryable, usable, whatever. If I can make another bag or not for it. I might be able to figure that out later. I might get out some of the faux cord and cut up some and put it through and do some testing. See if it works or not. I guess then maybe by tomorrow I'll know if I'm going to either make another bag or go that route. So probably, if I end up going the bag route, we'll be probably working on the bag next Monday. If not, next Monday will probably be more of a show-off night, showing this off, and we'll work on the jelly cube. Like I said, this kind of came together a lot quicker than I was expecting it to. Again, I know why, because like I said a couple different times already, being that I'm not having to worry about doing the time lapse on it, I've noticed that I've gotten more. I normally try to get over and get, half-hour sessions in here and there. Sometimes a little longer, just kind of depends. Especially when it comes to doing the time lapse. So I've got to set everything up. It's 10 minutes to make sure the camera's up, ready, and recording, get over, blah, blah, blah. With this, and I'm not doing any recording or nothing, and it's just sitting here, I can walk by it and I can get started into it. And if I'm getting into 20 minutes into it, great. But if for some reason I only get like 10 minutes going and then something, somebody hollering at me, I need to go do this or that, easy enough to just kind of put down and walk away. I don't have to worry about, again, when I'm doing the time-lapse thing, if somebody hollers at me and I got to shut down, I got to stop what I'm doing, I got to shut down the cameras, get the video recording stopped, all that good stuff before I go on my way. So it's just a process. Is this last one already? Yeah. Okie dokie then. Like I said, this one, yeah, we are at an hour, aren't we? Oh, wow. That first little bit took what seemed like a nice eternity, but then that last 15 minutes just flew by, man. We're going to go ahead and finish this up, though. No, I'm going to have to put the stick through there. At least at first, to pull the rubber rings onto their proper side. Because when you first close it like this, you've got the V going down on this side here. Your V, so these got to come to the inside. Or, yeah, these on the right have to come to the inside, and the guys on the left side need to get to the outside of those. So that's where it's easier just to use the poker. Actually, I'm going to... I've got this lockpick set I got years and years ago. This one's a straight one. It's coming with an L, one with a curl. I use the one with the curl on it to, if I'm doing stretchy JP or stretchy Byzantine, I can put the rings, the stretchy on there, and I can just grab that and pull them right through the hole, pop right through. Makes it life a lot easier. Alright, which rings do I need to move here? That's going through 3. So if that one needs to go below, this needs to come out. So below, through. No, I gotta come through that one. And this one's got to come down and over you. There we go. Alright. So, that's where it needs to go, I believe. Quick double check. So we want that ring to come open this way. On my closure now. Alright. A little fire. Alright. And now we'll fish it through. Get the ring off the top there. Come on. You gotta come up on that side. Why? There it goes. Jeez. Pain in the butt. Like I said, that last ring is always a pain in the butt, though. Below. Alright. Yeah. Everything's correct. I had to make sure real quick. I put it through and missed a ring when I'm putting it through there, where I thought I was following the same path and I missed. So I had to double check. Alright. Let's insert you into your new home. Come on, get in your new home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Here's an old movie reference. Sad thing is it is old now. Seems like yesterday it was new. But the more I think about it and stuff, it's like, man, that was 20 years ago. Holy macaroni. Alrighty, so yeah, there we got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So I guess I'm about 20 shy of these. To do that last one. Where did you go? I don't know if the camera picked that up, but one shot across this desk, and I have no idea where it went. It was doing like 90 miles an hour, like, I'm out of here. So, there we go. Let's give it a quick throw out. See, that's what I'm hoping. We can just kind of stretch it out and pull the strings out all the way, and then just kind of go boom, and there you go. Play. X, O. O went first, so O will go here, then X will go there, so O will go here, and X will go there. Then O will go here, and X will go there, O will go there. Oh, O already won. Oh, so did X. Boy, I'm pretty bad at tic-tac-toe, aren't I? Yeah, we're just showing it all there. There it is. That's our tic-tac-toe board. Like I said, for the most part done. It's either going to go in another bag, or hopefully this can become its own bag. That'll be the next and last test to figure out. So, again, I do want to thank everybody for joining us. Let me go ahead and flip back over to the main camera. Still trying to get used to that, even though I've been doing it for a while now. I do want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We will be back. Tonight's Monday, so we'll be back Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It'll be small project night. Still don't know what I'm going to do yet for small project night this week. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. But again, thank you all for joining us. Don't forget to give the likes, shares, give out the shouts to us, thumbs up, the heart, whatever emoji you want to give us. It's all good. Helps us with getting our name out there. So again, I hope you all have a good time. If you have any questions or anything about anything you see, just drop me a line. So y'all have a great Monday night, and we will catch you on Wednesday night. Peace.